catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell.
It's about to go down.
Well, let me say this, Queen.
And what he says to her next is going to hurt her feelings. You can find it at the 11-minute mark, but she deserved it. I do have 13 other videos today that we're going to react to. Definitely pay attention to this video for all the women out there who have a stepdad. This may be a lesson learned, but we're going to get started with the first video where a man confronts his woman about smashing a homie and he has to walk around with his friends laughing at him. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, share the video, and if this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe for more videos. Let's get to it.
I asked you if you ever smashed into one of my homies. I asked you that. I asked you that before I even moved into this house.
Why is that so important? If that was
what you mean? Ain't no man want to date no woman who smashed his homie, bro. Some of these dudes out here weird like that, but I'm not the one, bro. Like I'm a vouch for my homies and everything. Like if my homie smash somebody, I'm not dating them. Man, you didn't care about me. You didn't care about me when I was riding the car with you around town and everybody looking at me laughing, and I asked you if you ever smashed into one.
And that is the biggest disappointment that men do not want to go through. When you spend so much time with a woman, you start to create a bond just to find out you're the last guy to know that she's for the streets because she's putting on a good act. If a woman smash a homie, you make sure you smash the dash and go ahead and get on up out of there. You don't want to be looked at as a clown, because one thing about men, they will constantly remind you that you're a clown.
Ladies, y'all are going to get upset with me about this, but I have to say it. Fellas, if you're going out in the world each and every day, working hard, busting your ass, making sure food is on the table at night for you and your family, yet when it's time for you guys to eat, your plate is prepared last, that's a problem. Ladies, you guys need to sit these children down and start having these real life conversations with them and making them fully aware who is the provider around the household and how things is actually supposed to go. That man is supposed to eat first, because when kids get all grown and they get wrapped up with their partners, you and your partner are going to still have each other. So you need to start serving that man well now and showing the children how things is done in the home. I remember when my mom would fix my stepfather's plate, I was right there fixing the drinks and I didn't have a clue of what the hell was going on and nowhere near what I know now. But I say this, the way that man rolled out the red carpet for me and my mother when my father wasn't present, he deserved to eat before anybody in the house. That man was a hard worker and he was a provider. So he deserved to have a plate prepared first. So you guys need to start having these conversations with the kids, because they sat in school all day long and had one meal. So when they come home, they can wait an additional 2 to 3 minutes while you prepare that man's plate and make their ass wait.
Notice she said stepfather. There was upon a time where stepfathers were actually treated as real fathers, but modern women changed the course of that by saying,
hey, a man cannot outdo me. You don't have control over my kids because I'm Miss Independent and now I don't need a man.
Well, you need to take some notes. The more you start treating the good guys the way they're supposed to be treated, the better life you're going to have. All this, I don't need a man and I can do it all by myself and I'm going to always be the dominant one, that's the curse you got from your mother.
You know what, like that take that's always hilarious to me is when men, they be like, oh, why y'all women always get mad at us when it take you 2.5 hours to get dressed, and then when you ready to go out, you mad at me because I got to put my shoes on. Because it took you 2.5 hours to put shoes on.
But let's be honest, a man is already ready when he's there to pick you up. When we're sitting around waiting for you to get dressed, we normally find ourselves getting comfortable because of the longer periods that you take. All we got to do is put on the shoes. Now you're like, hey, hurry up and get dressed. But we're like, you made us comfortable about how long it took you to get ready.
It took me 2.5 hours to do my makeup, my hair, get dressed, get ready, and you still didn't put your shoes on. You know how simple of a task that is to complete?
You know how simple it is for someone to put on their clothes and straighten up their hair and then get ready to go out to eat? Why did you have to doll yourself up? If you're trying to impress me and I like you for who you are you really getting ready for? The other men that are going to see you at the places that I'm taking you? Yeah, I'm going to take my time putting on my shoes because you put on a show for somebody else.
You sitting over here a kiki and playing on the game when you could have been playing on the game with your kicks on. But you want to sit barefoot, play the game for 2.5 hours. That's a joke. You're a joke. why we're mad.
The joke is watching you walk in the bedroom or the bathroom to get ready to go out and come out an entire different woman with an entire different attitude. It's like you go in insecure before the makeup and then you come out with all this confidence.
Because it's a simple task that you avoided to do until it was time to go. And now not only do I have to wait for you to put your shoes on, like, hello? I'm confused.
Shoes take 5 seconds. Your dolling yourself up in makeup took 2.5 hours. What are you complaining about? This is a drizzle world, not the sprinkle world, sweetheart.
What can't y'all comprehend when it comes to that? We be mad because it's a simple thing to do that you could have done within that 2.5 hour block, and you chose not to. We have every right to be mad at that.
You have the right to be mad at yourself for not having the confidence to take less than 30 minutes to get ready. A real woman don't doll herself up. For you to sit back and complain about a man not having his shoes on, it just shows how petty you are. It shows that it's a drizzle world. Let that man play his video games. You just gotta fall back, sweetheart.
Do you feel like you're easy to be led?
By who?
In general.
You couldn't lead me, but yeah, I do feel like I'm easy to be led. I'm led every day. David leads me here. Everything he tells me to do, I do it. In a relationship, I'm led. By my friends, I'm led. By my mother, I'm led. By people who I trust to lead me, I am led.
So she's allowing the entire world to lead her, but she just knows off the bat, sitting on the podcast with the guy, he can't lead her, but everybody weaker than him can.
For sure. And we also have to dispel that narrative. A woman who has an opinion, a woman who is intelligent, and a woman who is not afraid to demonstrate both doesn't equate to a woman who can't be led.
We're not saying that you can't be led, but your requirements to be led is typically a man that screams louder than you, that's more aggressive than you, and a man that's willing to go toe to toe with you, combativeness until you break. That's what you're looking for. The average man don't have time to go through those emotional swings.
People are led by people who they admire, love, and respect. When the advice makes sense, when the leadership is coming from a pure place, when the environment feels safe, we are okay being led.
No, when you have full control over the situation and you allow him to feel like a leader, it's the time that he could be led. Or when he has so much money that he could just break you off money for you to act good. That's pretty much what you're asking for.
I'm hungry.
Well, I'm making you some food.
Trina, what is this?
It's something I seen on TikTok.
That looks like something I'm gonna feed my dog.
What's wrong?
What? Trina, look.
What's the problem?
What are you doing?
You said you want a Chinese night, so I'm
That's
making...
paper?
Yeah, it's rice paper.
I don't want to eat no paper, bro. Are you serious? Look like boudin with corn in it.
I'm gonna fry it down.
At least she trying to cook and she took the recipe off of TikTok. Now, TikTok be having some good recipes. At least it look good.
Get you a white woman, they more loyal. Y'all, a lot of y'all black men got this shit twisted. Think just because you gonna step outside of your race, you gonna find better. That don't mean shit, bro. You go get you one of them white girls, they'll cheat on your ass too and set your ass up. You know they gonna believe. You know they gonna believe their ass. As soon as they lie on you, it's over with. So, it's just like, you ever been with somebody? I used to be with girls and they'd be like, we'd break up and then they'd post on their damn Facebook post. They'd be like, oh, I'm tired of these dudes. I'm about to go gay. Like, what type of stupid logic is that? Like, somebody gay won't cheat on your ass too. Like, it'll happen with anybody, bro. It just depends on the person. It's not the gender, it's the person. So going the opposite direction is not gonna make it any better. Who made you?
Female nature is female nature. They're going to always practice hypergamy regardless of the situation that they are in.
Teach me how to ask niggas for money and...
Hey girl, I got you. Listen up. First things first, you need to pop that false independence bubble. Even though you can do it all yourself, who wants to? Get up out of that. Once you get up out of that, learn to be a damsel in distress. During your talking stage, he's going to ask you why you and your ex didn't work out. You never, ever tell him the bad stuff.
I got to agree with that on that. The moment a woman starts telling you about a bad relationship, it means smash and dash. It does not mean jump up and be Captain Saber. because you think other men have been treating her bad. When she tries to play this victim role, it's a form of manipulation.
You tell him stuff like your ex was a great provider and did X, Y, and Z for you. Then you start bringing up things that you need. Along with bringing up things that you need, you also add in there how you're working towards getting those things yourself. He will recognize that you're used to being taken care of, but you can also take care of yourself. Start showing gratitude for the littlest things. Opening my car door, thank you. Coming to see me, thank you. Getting us here safely, thank you. It strokes his ego without you having to work that hard. And then in your damsel in distress voice go, oh, I tried so hard to get it, but I need some.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That plan may actually work because she's already coming in peace and needy. And it's not needy for emotion, but she needs a man help. When a man is useful to a woman, you have the power to make him a better man. The moment that you come with all this negativity, you could turn a good guy bad really fast.
Catty with me, you a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
You can tell by how aggressive she coming. She's already threatened by this dude because he does not like her. Let's see what he says.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So
I live downtown. I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even dealing with me.
You say everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
and
ain't
the one
my
that
type.
you wanted popped
if I
up
seen, that's fine.
So
that is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this man
you can't do that.
She can't pull 100,000 out of the bank account. Any woman that's sitting up willing to argue with you is broke and don't have any money. She's arguing because she knows like this is one of them dudes who probably got the options for other women. He was already checking for other girls. So she trying to go out with an attitude. She's sitting on there with that lime green dress on. Get real.
Be his peace. And above all motherfucking else, baby, please learn when to shut the fuck up. Y'all females let that win part go right over y'all fucking head, dog. Like literally, phew, right over your head. I did not say shut the fuck up all the time, baby. I did not say that because of course we as women would like to be heard, but baby, learn when to shut the fuck up.
This is a hard thing for women because women spend so much time overanalyzing things that they think they have the man figured out. So when the man is talking, they're already thinking of their rebuttals of what they're going to say.
In this case, y'all should have learned that. But hey, again, I know how y'all like to tussle and shit, but I said win, baby. Stop letting that shit go over y'all head like that. That's the fucking problem now. Don't know how to fucking listen. Goddamn.
And women take everything personal. When a man tells you what he wants out of a woman, he's not expecting you to only do those things. He's just saying, out of everything that you're doing, this is what we like. We like peace. We like sex. Sex don't even have to be every day. Ain't nobody telling you to turn around and be a sex slave. And ain't nobody telling you to walk around on mute. What a man is really saying is, when he goes to speak his mind, listen first. Stop interrupting him while he's talking or trying to talk over him. That's when a man feels belittled by a woman.
Women do initiate far more divorces than men. I wonder why that is. I think it might have something to do with the fact that men are really happy to have somebody to clean their house, cook their food, wash their laundry, raise their little sons, and suck their... And we're not leaving because we're bored or we want somebody else. We're leaving because we actually want to enjoy our lives. Ladies, if we just stop breeding with narcissists, this whole genetic pool will die off in a couple thousand years. The future will thank us.
Women file for divorce to run off and live some fantasy in their head where they have infinity guys to choose from. And most women that do get a divorce, after a year or two, they just find themselves lonely and miserable.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased. We're women.
A woman loses all her value if she cannot cook, clean, and be, you don't necessarily have to be a P-Hub star in the bedroom, but you gotta have a little bit of skills. Outside of that, ladies, we just really want peace, sex, and food. If you can't even provide that, something's wrong.
I'll say this, and I know I'm gonna get like a lot of people gonna say I'm a lot of pick me energy from me, but I think it's funny that from my experience of seeing, a lot of women expect a man to pay all those expenses and live at home with their mama. Don't got a car.
Yeah, that's definitely
got a minimum wage paying job, and be mad when a man don't want to provide them something for them to get their hair, nails, and feet done.
Facts. This is why these type of women remain single, because they're bummy chicks trying to come up on the first date, and guys are looking at them like, hold up, you're not even used to this lifestyle that you're trying to hold me a standard to. Typically, if she's still living at home with her mom, she gonna be a thought bot that have a whole bunch of grandkids sitting around, and her grandma and auntie and everybody just gonna take turns babysitting while everybody get ran through.
There's such an epidemic of men trying to take on the feminine role in relationships, and an area that I see it most is when it comes to looks. For example, I posted a viral meme recently that referred to a man as medium ugly as a joke, and a lot of men were really, really offended. But as a man, being attractive or tall was never the value that you brought to the relationship. Society rewards men for having a trophy wife, but women have no use for a trophy husband.
A trophy husband is there to make you look better in front of other women. The same way a trophy wife is there to make the man look better. The only difference is a lot of these trophy husbands have a lot of women to choose from. That's how come women, if they're not in control, that man is not valuable to.
When a man is complaining that he can't get women because he's not attractive or tall enough, he's just showing that that's the value that he thinks he brings a woman. Start bringing some real value to society and get your bread up, and if you really need to, use Jason Oppenheimer as your motivation. He's 5'3", bald, and still gets hella bitches.
He's also a hella trick.
Well, if a guy tells you, don't wear that shirt because when you go out, guys are going to see you. Why is he scared? Because he's looking at other girls wearing the same shit.
Exactly.
So whatever your man is insecure about or doesn't want you doing or blames you for doing even though you're not doing it, you're not the problem. He's scared that you're going to do what he's doing to you.
Yeah.
So that would, okay.
Yeah.
Men know how other men think. No man wants to walk around with other men looking at his women like a piece of meat. It's cool till he meets you, but if after you and a man get in a relationship and you start getting close, he tries to conceal you. It's just part of life. No man wants meats for other men to look at. That simple.